Hey there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the channel. Today on Tundra Tactical, we take a shot at all of our fans once again. It's honestly amazing at this point the channel still exists. Now, with the change of seasons comes many gun enthusiasts' favorite time of the year. That's right, folks, it's deer season.
Nice, Ryan.
I sneezed. Oh, I'm not allowed to sneeze.
Not my favorite season, mind you, as I'm aware of this amazing life hack I want to let you in on. Did you know that if you go to a supermarket and give them their money, they will give you back meat? Tell me why this is wrong in the comments down below. But since you masochists seem to love us dumping on your gear all the time, we'll keep right at it. Today, we find out what your trusty Deer Slayer weapon says about you, so sit back, grab some jerky that you probably made yourself, and let's get into it. Before we drag this deer out of the woods, let's not forget about everybody's favorite sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute. You know what we run into all the time? People who suck at shooting. And like the rest of the community, we like to hide behind our keyboards and talk trash with the blanket of anonymity that the internet provides. If you want to actually do something about their atrocious accuracy, you can convince them that their guns are to blame instead of their lack of any real skills. You can do that with SDI's Associate in Firearms Technology degree. In all fairness, SDI's focus on creating the next generation of firearms professionals is actually helping the gun community, where making fun of people for their shortcomings to cover up our own, well, that's our domain. So I would suggest that you check out SDI today if you're looking to get out from behind your keyboard and into professional work, just like I should have done 10 years ago. Let's just get this out of the way up front. We have all you bow hunters out there. Whether it's a crossbow or something more traditional like a bow, I guess, we don't really care. Human beings throughout history have been finding better and more efficient ways of hunting. We've evolved to the point where we can kill anything on this planet that we want, and what do you guys go out and do? Make it hard again. There is probably a sex joke in there somewhere if you want to look hard enough. You want to hone your stalking and camouflage skills, your discipline, you want to get close to nature, blah, blah, blah. We get it. But let's be honest, if you were in that Kevin Costner movie, Dances with Wolves, your name would have been Orders 2 McDoubles at the drive-thru.
When you go to the beach and you swim out past the buoys, do people think that there's an island there?
I'm not that fat, man. I'm not that fat, okay? Okay. I'm not that fat.
68% of your wardrobe is Realtree pattern, not to mention the Realtree truck window decals, the Realtree phone case, and even the Realtree blanket that makes your significant other, help me out guys, what's the opposite of moist? What? Hyper arid? I guess we'll go with it. Your buddy Terry gave you a mossy oak beanie once and you don't talk to him anymore. If you've decided to take this route, you're either a tryhard who wants to have a story about how close he got to that big buck in the area before he spooked him by misunderstanding what somebody meant by grunting on the draw, or it's time to own up that you're just LARPing Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
You're not cool.
You've sat around hoping for the zombie apocalypse for 11 years so you can finally justify that Harley purchase to your wife. And let's be honest, when this whole COVID thing jumped off, you were really hopeful. That makes you a psychopath. Possibly it's because you have a felony DUI that you picked up while on your way home from an off-campus party back when you went to community college for that one semester.
Steve, come on down. Steve, come on down.
Come get me. How about that?
Look, man, it's time to put away that old-timey weapon that French people would only recognize and join the industrial age. I'd worry more about offending you, but you probably don't even own a computer, and if somebody showed you this video on a phone, you would burn them as a witch.
We have found the witch. May we burn her?
If you spend time chewing on last year's kill carrying a Marlin 336 in 30-30, you are probably pretty good at hunting. Bear in mind, that is not a compliment around here. You embrace the old ways of hunting, and you don't rely on the crutches of magnification or overpowered cartridges to get the job done. To you, a day in the tree stand is better than any other day of the year. Funny enough, your wife agrees that a day with you miles away in a deer stand is better than any other day of the year for her as well. Don't worry, that pool boy is coming over, but you should be a little concerned because all you own is a kiddie pool for the dogs to play in. You, to the surprise of most, do play video games, but only the Red Dead Redemption series. In the non-hunting season, you spend most of your weekends competing in cowboy action shoots. Your truck, it's not new, but it is in decent shape because you do maintain it properly in between rewatches of Tombstone. You've contemplated getting your own dough so you can bottle its urine just to save it for later in the year when you can pour it all over you. And yes, folks, I did try to find a meme for that last line. And let's be honest, I did, but the internet is a weird and disgusting place. In typical fashion, this list is not complete without a Remington 700 chambered in 7mm.8. That's right, folks, we finally got there. You spent months walking deer trails and spreading corn. You use a portable hunting blind because actually sitting down, well, that's not something you can accomplish without the aid of sedation meds and a life coach. Your silver Chevy has a Heartbeat of America decal on the back window, and your coffee is the same color as the synthetic stock on your rifle.
We're here to make coffee metal, blacker than the blackest black, times infinity.
You're still running that ammo that you bought from Cheaper Than Dirt years ago, and you don't really care about them price gouging standard capacity magazines because in your bizarro world, civilians aren't allowed to own AR-15 rifles. Even though these 700 series of rifles have been known to fire just by deactivating the safety, you are not concerned because you only take the safety off when you're on target. So if that were to happen, you'd just be one step closer to your harvest. If your preferred firearm is a Weatherby Vanguard chambered in .243 Winchester for Bambi reenactments, you take hunting pretty darn seriously, but be careful. Disney's copyright lawyers do not mess around. You've spent a fortune on the latest clothes, trail cams, tree stands, automatic feeders, and a bunch of other crap that smells really, really bad to you, but great to deer.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
It goes without saying that you're either single or in a court-ordered couples therapy program. Despite this, the woodstock on your rifle has never seen bad weather, so you don't ruin the finish, and you always have some excuse for why you never hunt in inclement weather. At this point, those Gore-Tex boots might as well be Yeezys. We're on Yeezys again? Why? What is his obsession with Yeezys? Somebody tell me. When you do actually get out there to hunt, you make sure that your Bluetooth ear pro is in so you can listen to the Meat Eater podcast while you sit in a tree ignoring the household and automobile repairs that have been on your honey-do list for months. Even though you are enthusiastic about hunting, you only post pictures of kills to that burner Facebook account to avoid the controversy with your coworkers. You new and younger hunters out there have probably decided to go with the Savage Access 2 in .308. You chose this caliber because it's commonly available and capable of taking down large game, just like when you'd get the top score playing big buck hunter at the local Hooters. You sure did impress that waitress who always told you, "OMG, you're so cute," as you tipped her 200%. You'll get her number one day, buddy. Don't worry. The internet believes in you.
You suck.
Unfortunately for you, the current count has you at 0 successful hunts. Your Hooter tipping habit means you have less Ben Franklins for hunting. You burned a meager hunting budget on a gun and some deer musk purchased from a website that required Google to translate it from ancient Sumerian. You prefer the ground stalking method because you can't afford a decent tree stand, and during the off-season you can be found at the rifle range posting pictures to the gram, #working on my trigger pull, but still can't get the grouping that you're looking for out of the discount Winchester white box ammo and that Walmart clearance Bushnell bone collector scope. Phew, that is it for this episode, folks. If you stayed to the end, make sure to drop the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below telling us what gun we didn't mention so we can flame you next time. When you comment, the AI overlords at YouTube give us a gold star, and the YouTube algorithm decides not to wipe out humanity this week. Stick around and check out one of these two cripplers, and don't forget to join us next week when we still don't know what the heck we're doing. Bye.